Welcome back to DeForest Hobbies. We're back working on the VF-1 Valkyrie issue 15 is what we're working on. They say volume, I'll say issue. I'm used to so many issues. Other ones say kits. You never know. But looks like we got some lights here, some fiber optics we're going to be doing. Kind of looks like similar something to like what the Yamato that I've been building together. Yep, looks like it's pretty much the same thing. Cut the wires or the things off at the brass things and then pull them through. Looks like we got 2 or 3 of them. We got red, green, and then the 2 indicator lights. Looks like we're going to be pushing them into those slots and stuff and screwing this down, and looks like that's about it. So yeah, then we're going to do that, and then it looks like we're going to be putting those cutting these off back here and putting on our indicator lights and stuff into there. And that's probably when we'll be yes, it's telling us to glue these in to place now. So that is what we're doing. And looks like we're talking about the part of the head here on the bottom part where the head is, and some of the pilot seat, different things that they're using with their joysticks stuff. We've got our questions and answers again about certain things. Here's a XF110F and an F111, X5, the XB70, which these are like experimental planes, I think is basically what it usually says X. That's usually. Here's a MiG-23 and Su-24. That doesn't tell me anything. That says this is a B1. This is a TU-22M, a TU-160, and an F-14. So there's all those. And that looks like that is it for the magazine. Looks like we're going to be getting some of the strong back parts of the thing continuing on the wing. So we'll probably end up doing this again on the other side, and eventually here in a few more issues once we get this wing built, I'm assuming. So let's get to working on the parts. Okay, here is stage 15 parts. In that, we're going to get these out and see what we've got. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the wing here, fiber optics, which is nothing new to me when it comes to working on these things. The same thing that happened with the Yamato is with this one here that I'm doing on my other series. And I'll get these out. Always save these for wire tighty. Now I'll just take these off so we're all ready here. This is got 4 flat lights that go in here, and they're kind of color coded, so that's kind of a nice thing because they've got them here so that these 2 blue ones are clear. These ones are clear. I think the red and the black one is probably the red, and this one's the green one. So hopefully we got that right. But anyways, we've got that, and we got these parts, and what they want us to do is they actually want us to take these little pieces here, and you can kind of see this brass piece, and there's a little, you can see it sticking off the edge of my finger there a little bit. Right there. You can see that little piece that's sticking off the edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that off. They want us to cut that off flat. As flat to that metal as we can get. So it's flat like that. We're going to do that on all 4 of these basically. they show us doing this, you know, the two long ones first and then the two short ones, but since we know what we're supposed to be doing, we're going to cut these off. So far, from my experience with these, they make them a lot longer than they normally do, and so you have to actually cut these off here too at the end. But what they're going to do is they want us to take these here, and there's these little holes on this side, but they want us to feed them through down through this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to feed this one through here all the way down as far as we can get it. That's got to go in further. Oh, there we go. Now it's down in there. So it goes all the way down in there. We'll feed this one down through there next to it, like so. Like so. And then we're going to feed these two short ones next into here, like this, here. And finally we get this one in like so. So they're all down in there. Now, we've got those. That goes that direction like that. Now, they want us to take and bring this over, and they're saying that it looks like almost like red and blue. Okay, so this one here is the green one. So this is going to be our see if we get this all figured out here. Okay, there we go. And my kitties decide they're wanting to help. So we're going to get this all set up here. So what we're going to do is, this is green. This is going to be our red one, and these are going to be our two indicator lights that's going to go out the front on the wing. And so we're going to feed this one in first, there. And actually this is a nice thing because these actually push in there and they stay in there. You don't have to try to pinch them anywheres at all. Yes, this is quite nice, actually. It's probably one of the nicest things I've ever seen to use for things. Why they don't do that with other models, beyond me. So I'm also trying to do something else right here. Oh, come on. Alright. So next we're going to take this and we're going to bring back our wing here. They've actually got the wing turned this way. So these two pieces here kind of come off there. And I think we're going to need this here. I'll back this up just a bit. There you go. So you can kind of see those. Those are going to go over here. So what they want us to do is we're supposed to take this here. And they want us to push this down into there. When we do that, they want us to also take these here, and all of these have got to go on this side of the thing, so because that's going to go out this part right here, out through there. And I think we're going to have a motor here which is going to run that. That's got to go out through there too. So we got that way. think I am going to just drop a couple dabs of glue right there on top of that to hold that down. And I actually am going to kind of speed it up here a little bit with some activator just to kind of keep that while we're messing around with the rest of this here. So now we're going to take these and we're going to run them through these here. So we'll take this first one here. We don't need the hair in there. So we're going to run that through there, right through here. Oops, come on. This is. I'm apologizing because I can't show you exactly. You'll see this as I work my way through there. I'll get this one run and run out through to there. Come on. Out to right there. And that's gonna go. That's gonna feed the green one right there. That little line there. And then we're going to take the next long one here and we're going to bring that around and we're going to press that. Get that one down in there. Press that one down in there. And I noticed something here. Where's my tweezers? I've got a bogey. I got a bogey in there. The cutoffs was in there. Don't need anything more rattling. Going, why is it rattling? Don't know why. So just keep working this one around. Work. Let's see. Is that where that one goes? Yep, that's got to go in there too. Somewhere's right there. Okay. Might need to use this here to kind of press them down into there. Wants to kind of got to be pressed in between that one there and that one there and that there. Sometimes you have to kind of press them down in there a little bit better than just using your fingers kind of helps get them seated. And you don't really want to put any CA glue or nothing on these. Definitely not really CA glue because it could affect it and melt it. So you try to not do that. If you're going to use something, use a non-cyanoacrylate. It's kind of like the same thing as not using it when you put a canopy on an airplane, in that plastic airplane. So we got those two ran like that. You just have to be careful about that. And then we're going to take these two here, like so. Let's see. Does that tell us that we gotta? Oh, it doesn't tell us anything about that yet. And they want us to run that through. Yep. And then they want us to run these ones here. So this one here is going to run right there and turn and go out this way, like so. This one's going to do this and come out this one here, like so. Also, just like, kind of like that, there. And then, what they want us to do is they want us to cut these back. They start this one here, and they're wanting us to cut these all. Okay. They want us to cut these here. These two here, I'm going to bring in just a little bit closer here. Kind of see. they want us to cut these here right flush with this edge of this thing here, so I'm going to push this right up against there and cut that just like this. And I'm going to save those because you never know when you might be able to use those for something, some other little project that you might need to run a fiber optic someplace. So that's that. They want us to run, and then they want us to take it, before they do that, they want us to bring this around again here. And what they're telling us is that they want us to put this as about a 1.5 millimeter out from the edge of that thing. So that's about that much right there. And kind of eyeball that. It might be closer to 2 millimeters, but it's pretty close. But what they want us to do is he's got a little hole right here that they want us to, a hole right there. See that little hole right there? To put that in there. So what we're going to do is, and they're now telling us that we need to glue this in. So we're going to put a little bit here and here on that, and we're going to slide this in with the pins down without going crazy here. Kind of pick this up with our big butterfingers, and we set that in there just like that, so that goes in there. And then we're going to do the same for this one. Well, it's got these two little tabs here. We're going to take this here, and being very gentle, we're going to take the same thing and we're going to just stick that right in that little hole in the piece and set it right in there like that. There we go. Now what they want us to do is they want us to bring this here. We're going to cut this, get this opened up here. Move that out of the way. Get this clear plastic out, and then they want us to get this piece off first. So what we're going to do is get this piece off first here. And we're going to take that like so, and they want us to bring this in. So basically what we're going to do is this here. Sure, I got that there, okay. They want us to bring this in and put these with these little things sticking outward, but they're going to be meshed into the fiber optic itself here. So I get one in here. I think I'm going to have to take and kind of pop these out here for a minute. And that's probably the easiest way to do it, is pop them out and then stick them in to this. Come on. That one in there. Bring this one, well, we'll get this one first then maybe. That one there. I may have to cut these just a little bit shyer, you never know. Get these in there. There we go. I think maybe I got them now. So they want us to put that piece in there like that. Just push them in there like that. That one in there like that. Just like that there. And I'm going to take and put a little dab right here on the back side of this here, just to kind of keep that in place. And we use some activator here just to kind of hold that down in there. That's that part, and that is all we do. We don't put these on yet, so this probably will go on maybe when we do the whole other thing. Oops, I should have put some activator on this piece back down here, but got it. So that's that. That is all we've got to do. Let me back this out here. That's all we've got to do in that stage. Stage 15, is this it? Yes, stage 15. Stage 15, or volume 15. And that's all they're asking us to do. They're not asking us to add those pieces on there yet. So we will wait on that until we actually need to use these. I'm thinking that they go right there on the end of that. But anyways, that is it. So we will talk to you later. Bye for now. Hey, if you made it to the end of this video, congratulations. Just remember, like and subscribe for all my great substance. There you go. Catch you on the flip side.